This appears to be a dispute over a dog. I'm going to have each of you tell me what the issue is and how you want to settle it. So I'm going to start with Ms. Lounsbury, and then I'll go to Mr. Sylvester. So Ms. Lounsbury, what do you want to do and why?
I just want Mr. Sylvester to leave me and my dog Ziggy alone. I received Ziggy from him over a year ago. Ziggy's been in my care. I've been caring for him. The threats because I wouldn't give him to give to somebody else because he was misleading that other person as he misled me about Ziggy not biting or getting along with all other animals. It started with a police call, then an animal control call, and now we're with you.
So when did you get Ziggy and what's your claim to own him?
I've had Ziggy for over a year. I actually sent in some screenshots off Facebook post that he put Ziggy up, trying to find him a good home. The post where Zach Sylvester acknowledged that I was Ziggy's new owner and how good I was doing with him and how happy we were together. Everything was fine until I told Zach to leave us alone.
When did you get
It,
Ziggy your
um,
household?
March of 2025.
All right. And how long have you had him in your home?
Since then, he's been with me throughout the whole time. I've let Zach take him for walks. He took him to his house a couple times, but his dog had tried to kill Ziggy prior to me getting him to rehome him, and he had attacked Ziggy since I had him in one of those visits. So I told him no more taking him to his house, only for walks, and he'd done that here and there. But he was trying to control things in my household, and I just don't want nothing to do with Zach anymore.
Is there a previous relationship between you and Mr. Sylvester?
No, sir.
So this is just about the dog?
Absolutely.
All right. Mr. Sylvester, what's your claim to the dog and why should I give him to you?
Okay, there's a couple misinformation things there. She did not have custody of him until June. I have medical documentation from the Little Traverse Bay Humane Society that I am his owner, and I have documentation from Animal Control that states I am his owner. We had an agreement, which I have saved in text. Originally, I went and rescued Ziggy from St. Charles. Yes, St. Charles, I believe, is the name of the town. And he lived with me. I'm his owner. And yes, him and my one dog do not get along. And actually, my dog never attacked him. He has gotten out of her control at least 30 to 40 times, and I have many witnesses to that. And I've had to go get him on several occasions because she's unable to control Ziggy and hit her. And Ziggy actually ran up to my dog while I was walking my dogs. And yes, they do not get along. The only biting that had occurred was when I was separating two dogs from fighting, which is going to happen. I've had Ziggy around several other dogs. I have video documentation, pictures, and I have video and documentation of him being in my custody until June or July of last year. And I also have text proof stating that the agreement was, and that's what made it difficult, is because I did not want to lose being in Ziggy's life. My original agreement was with his original owner that I rescued him from, that I would stay in his life, and I was actually going to keep him. But because him and my one dog do not get along, I was trying to find somebody that would agree to let me keep responsibility and ownership over him, but stay with them. I've only been to Kelly's house maybe 8 to 10 times since she's had him. I've had to buy Ziggy dog food on a couple occasions. I've bought him a couple big bags of dog food. She has no income to take care of him. I have several text messages of her asking me to rehome him because she cannot take care of him. She cannot walk him or do anything. And then she even screamed and cussed at me. I have never once gotten loud with her. She even showed up on my property 2 days ago because he got out again. He has been out at least twice just in the last 2 weeks because she cannot keep him under control, and I found a better home suitable for him. And like I said, I do have documentation from both Animal Control and Little Traverse Bay Humane Society stating that I am his owner, and I have text messages to her agreeing that I will stay his legal owner and have responsibility over him. And there has been multiple times where she asked me to take him and find him a new home, and then she'd come back and forth saying, no, I think I can take him. I think I can keep him. And this last time, a few weeks ago, she started screaming and yelling at me and swearing at me, telling me that I have to take him. He needs a new home. And on the day I went to go pick him up to take him to a new home, she flipped out on me, started yelling at me and cussing at me, and then told me I would never have to see this dog again, and started saying a bunch of things. So yes, I had animal control do a welfare check on him. And the only other time the police showed up was to serve her court paperwork. I've never stepped foot on her property without her texting me first. And yeah, and I haven't even texted her or called her in weeks. So I don't know where the whole leave me alone thing has came from, because I have multiple text messages where I asked her to leave me alone. And she kept texting me, yelling at me, swearing at me, and telling me, how does it feel? How does it feel? Da 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 da. A bunch of drama. And so for Ziggy's well-being, I have a good home set up for him, and I need to get him back into my custody so we can do that. Because, like I said, she has no income. She is losing the place she's living in, and has admitted on multiple occasions that she cannot take care of him, has no means for him, and cannot feed him or do anything that he needs.
All right, Mr. Sylvester, it sounds to me like you're acting like animal control. Why is that?
I'm not trying to act like animal control. Like I said, I'm the one that originally rescued him. Dogs are my life. I actually own Zach's Canine Companions. And I'm not trying to control anything. I've not tried to dictate anything that she does. I'm just looking out for the dog.
Did you give her the dog? Did you give her the dog?
Yes. Well, under the agreement that I would stay responsible for him in any of his needs. And if she is unable to take care of him, that he would come back to me. And I even have text messages of her admitting that.
Where is that agreement?
In text messages. I can probably email them to myself and email them to you if you have an email address, or if there's a way for me to get that documentation to you.
Why would you not have that available today? You know that this is the court hearing for that. Why would you not have it available?
I guess I didn't get all the text messages. I do have the documentation from Animal Control that states I'm his owner with me. And I have screenshots from Little Traverse Bay Humane Society of all the medical documentation.
So what have you got from Animal Control that says that you're the owner?
I got Oxiowa County Animal Control right here, with a picture of Ziggy, and it has all the description of him, and it says right at the bottom, owner Zach Sylvester.
What's the date on that?
October of 2024, because I had him that since.
So that was before you gave it to Miss Lounsbury, right?
Yes.
All right, so that doesn't prove anything. So when did you give Ziggy to Ms. Lounsbury?
June of 2025.
So what gives you the right to take Ziggy back after June of 25?
She has asked me to take him back on several occasions, and then would backtrack and say, no, I think I can.
Let me stop you right there. Did you take Ziggy back then? When she asked you to? Did you?
I started to find him another home, and then she would tell me, no, never mind.
Okay, so she still had the dog, right?
Yes, sir.
So she then said, okay, forget about it. So what gives you the right at that point to take the dog?
Well, this last time she screamed at me, told me I have to take him, that she has no way to take care of him, no means to take care of him. This is BS and all this stuff.
So did you take the dog that day? So did you take the dog that day?
No.
So
no, because I asked her. Sorry.
What gives you the right to then take the dog at a later date?
We had set up an agreement for me to find him a home, and then the day I was to show up and pick him up, because we set an agreed date for me to pick him up, she went off the rails on me. And I have all the text proof I can.
So do you have the dog now?
No, sir.
Why should I give you the dog?
I have plenty of witnesses, and for the dog's best interest, he would be better with somebody that can take care of him.
This is
financially-
not a child where I look at the best interests of the dog. What legal right do you have to have the dog back after you gave it away?
I guess just the agreements we have and documentation that I've been the one responsible financially for him through this.
You realize this is why we have contracts, right?
I should have had her sign something. I agree. And I admit that I messed that up by not having her sign documentation in the very beginning.
All right. Ms. Lounsbury, why do you keep calling this man?
No, I'm not calling him. I blocked Zach, Mr. Sylvester weeks
And
ago.
why is he talking about you cussing him out?
I only cussed him out when he told me I had to give him this dog or he was bringing the police to my house and making me give him. Zach has no right. I couldn't have said it better than you did, Your Honor. He thinks he's animal control, like he's God. This is my dog. He's been a service dog to me. Zach's.
Ms. Lounsbury, that's not what I asked. Why don't you have a contract with this man about this dog?
I don't understand why I would. I got him off a free post on Facebook.
You're cussing out a guy because you don't have a contract that says it's your dog. Do you have any documentation at all that says that this is your dog?
Yes, his own words saying that.
That's his words are nothing. How are you going to prove it's your dog?
The fact that I've had him, Your Honor, and I've cared for him over a year.
Great, but how are you going to prove that to somebody who's looking at this that doesn't know either one of you? How do you prove that other than you just tell me you've had the dog? Do you have any documentation? Have you taken it to the vet? Do you have anything?
I have photos. I have the conversations that I actually sent to the courthouse so that you could view them prior to today.
So you got nothing. You got nothing legal. That's what I'm telling you both. You're acting like you get to do stuff like this all the time. And how is a
Your Honor,
judge supposed
just
to?
put
No,
my
stop,
dog down.
Stop.
Okay.
What I'm telling you is both of you are making fools of yourselves because you've got no contract about a dog. You don't just do this kind of stuff. A dog is if it's going to be this important that you're going to go to court over it, it's important enough to have a contract. It's important enough to take the dog to the vet. It's important enough to do things the correct way. Mr. Sylvester, you've got absolutely no claim on the dog anymore. It's Ms. Lounsbury's dog. Ms. Lounsbury, get yourself over to the vet. Start making a record that somebody in the future can use to assist you, and the two of you leave each other alone.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank
End
you
of
for
the
your
case.
time.
That's all for today.
Thank you, Your Honor.